Hello, I'm Roy Allen, Deputy Warden at All Saints Church. This is our third video following the progress of the rebuild of our church building. It consists of two parts. The first part, made several weeks ago, showing the installation of sprinkler hardware in the attic. The second section has the temporary roof work platform removed, and you will be able to see the ceiling almost completed and a great view of the inside of the church. So let's go inside and have a look. We're standing in the church on the temporary roof platform, looking north, facing the chancel arch. We're going to walk towards that arch wall and examine a dry system sprinkler feed line that comes up from the basement. You'll see it here. It's a 4-inch diameter pipe. This is not filled with water, but will fill with water in the event of a fire. As Tim pans across, you'll see the 2-inch sprinkler pipe with sprinkler head, and that continues on right up to the peak of the roof. As Tim pans across, you can see the 4-inch supply pipe, which heads right down to the south end of the building. In between the large roof trusses, about midway point, there are other risers which lead up to the peak of the roof. The same application is on the east side of the roof. All of this piping is above the ceiling and won't be visible. There is a wet system which will be visible from the inside of the church. That has yet to be installed. We're standing in the church. It's December 15th. 2010, a year and a day since the fire. You're looking at the narthex screen, which has the last vestiges of the fire remaining on it. This section here and this section here will be removed and have a glass insert installed, which will accommodate 2 of our stained glass windows. I'll explain where they're coming from in a moment. These doors will be replaced with glass, as well will the 2 single doors on either side of the narthex wall. Looking up at the ceiling, you'll remember in our earlier portion of this video, we saw sprinkler pipes up in the rafters. They, of course, now have all been covered with drywall. You can see spray foam insulation, which is behind the drywall and continues up to the first purlin. The balance of the ceiling is insulated with thick insulation bats, vapor barrier, and then the drywall on top. You can see the roof trusses and purlins that have been stained. It's a mission oak color. The trusses are not all yet complete. The work platform is obviously gone, and now you can get a true perspective of the inside of the church, the height of the ceiling, and the tremendous amount of work that has been done. Looking up in the chancel ceiling, you can see examples of the vapor barrier and bat style insulation. We have a much improved building envelope with this type of insulation. and we should see some benefits in reduced energy costs. The furnaces that were installed in the basement are high efficiency, so we should receive some benefit. Looking at the balcony, the railing will all have to be replaced. It will have a solid glass barrier at the appropriate height with an ornamental wood facade in front of it to replicate the railing in place now. You can see up on the tower electrical conduit coming down to new panels. All of those conduits are being painted the same color as the sprinkler piping, trying to make them as invisible as possible. We're standing in the southwest corner of the church. Looking up at the ceiling, you can see the new fire suppression system in place. Some of those beams have sprinkler lines on both sides, while others have only one line on one side. This is a wet system inside the building. The system in the roof is a dry system to prevent freeze-up. You're looking at the west wall of the church, which has been cleaned. The lower red brick stripe is behind the wainscoting. That has not yet been installed. It will be installed and stained to match the roof trusses. We're going to walk now up towards the front of the church, where we'll look at where the organ is going. We're looking into the chancel area and into the organ room. That large opening that you see there was the organ room. The choir would sit in front of that, and there was a screen of a facade of pipes on the upper portion of that. The chancel is going to be extended south to approximately where this piece of 2x4 is on the floor. This will give us some greater room for services. The new organ that we are to receive will fit in the old organ room and will also occupy space at the front of the church. It will not obstruct the 3 windows. However, the 2 windows on the east and west sides of the church in the sanctuary area would be obstructed. They are the windows we are going to have installed in the narthex screen that I was referring to earlier. We did not want to lose these valuable pieces of history. As the new organ will occupy space formerly where the altar sat, our altar will be brought forward and will be approximately where this table and sawhorses are seen right now. Remembering that the chancel is extended to that piece of wood on the floor. The altar rail will also be brought forward to the top of those steps. There will be a step all the way around the extension. We're down in the basement area. You can see all the scaffolding is now removed from here, and we're going to walk north towards the choir room. We're standing in the choir room. You can see the drywall has gone up. Looking at the north end of the choir room, you'll see the risers for the sprinkler system. We hope this video has been useful in showing the ongoing progress of the restoration. It is wonderful that a year and a day after the fire, there is less and less evidence inside the church of its occurrence. In the new year, we will create further videos showing hopefully the construction and installation of furnishings, the organ, etc. Thank you.